Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, and we're doing something completely different, something I have never done before. I'm going to, for the first time, take in my hands and take a look at a Masterpiece figure. Well, Masterpiece-ish. This is actually a knockoff version of the Transformers Masterpiece Bluestreak figure, and we're going to see what I think of Masterpieces by kind of using this guy as a guide for me. I understand that he isn't going to be as perfect as obviously an official Masterpiece, but let's see how well this KO stacks up in the latest GotBot True Review. Okay folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot, and as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and check out Machinery Man and the Everything Factor. Check me out everywhere. And this is the box for a KO version of the Masterpiece Bluestreak figure. This is called CP-18B Unknown, or Cybertron Unknown Bluestreak. You'll notice that the box is very reminiscent of a Masterpiece box. It doesn't have, obviously, the usual, I guess, images and branding. This is by, I love this, Takasa Tony. Stuff there I can't read, and stuff on the back that I can't read. This is not mine. I have a lend of this from another collector, Andrew, and I appreciate him letting me take a look at it. I really, really do. I've never handled any kind of a Masterpiece, whether official or knockoff. So this is going to be a real treat for me, and when we take out the clamshell from this guy, we get a collector card. It's a nice image. It's just an image of Bluestreak, and we get this folded up instruction booklet. They're okay instructions. I mean, I didn't really use them a whole lot. I don't really use instructions a whole lot, but this side is nice. It shows where the blasters and stuff should go, so that's a nice feature. They're detailed, I'll give you that. They are quite detailed. He also comes with this blaster. I think it's blue plastic painted silver, I think. I'm not a huge blaster guy, but it's nice. It looks good. And it comes with these two shoulder pieces. And we will talk about those later on as well. And of course, the main event himself, boom, right there. It is the blue version of Bluestreak. Personally, I like the more animation accurate, but, you know, that being the case, a lot of people do like this, and I understand where it comes from. I understand the coloring. I get all that, and it is absolutely glorious. It is a 10 for the incarnation of Bluestreak that it is. There's no doubt about it. He rolls great this way. Typically, he rolls great this way. Hold on there. Yeah, I mean, those two tires roll, and both of those tires roll. So he rolls great in car mode. He has a bit of heft to him. He rolls great in, he moves great in robot mode. Posability, playability, you can get him in a lot of dynamic poses. It's for sure a 9. I find his shoulders a little weird, slightly, and there's a couple of tolerance issues with this guy. Again, slight ones. I would imagine that the official version is, I mean, that's probably a 10 as well. Here's how he compares with like a Generations Classics type of mold. He's a little bit bigger, of course, than Prowl here. A little bit bigger. He's about a Voyager size. For anybody that actually doesn't know scale of Masterpieces, not familiar with it, he's about a Voyager size for mainline stuff. And of course, this is a completely different level. This is a more artistic level. It is what it is. I guess the only thing left to do is to go into the transformation for this guy, but right now he's scoring like a 9.5. It is no doubt that this is very, very nice. I will say this, the transformation for this guy is pretty smooth and intuitive. There's a lot of exact parts that need to be done, but it's pretty smooth and intuitive. It's a better transformation than this guy, but of course, you know, masterpieces are more expensive. You would expect that. This guy, of course, being a knockoff, is, you know, pretty affordable, pretty cheap by comparison. And that being said, you know, you do have a couple of those minor issues, but does this ruin this figure at all? No. So, moving on, transformation. We're going to begin by taking these arms all the way down, and these sides of the chest, I guess, they come all the way down as well, and we can take these out to the side, and we can, oh, actually before this, hold on, before transformation, I'll do this now because otherwise I won't remember to do it. There is weapon storage in this mode. You have a, see if I can find it. I only have to put back in now, extremely rough. You have a, okay. You have a spot up right here. This is where his main gun is going to go. But you really need to kind of break the body a bit there and flip this up. I think that could have been done better, to be honest with you. I don't like kind of having to untab stuff in order to bring that up. But it is what it is. You take the main blaster, and there's a little armature here that has a little blue section on it. That blue section will go into a hole that's back here. So if you do that, and I just pushed that forward, so that's great. And that just goes in like that. No problem. You still have those other two shoulder pieces, and where exactly do they go? Okay, there's a little slot in the black of the bumper here, and there are little tabs on either side of this shoulder piece. See if I can show the tabs. Tabs on either side of the shoulder piece. You put a tab into the little slot on the black part like that, and you do the same on the other side with the other shoulder piece. Again, back in the slot on that little black section, and there you go. Weapons storage. I don't think the weapons storage is great, but is that anything new to us? I don't think so. So we'll take that out again, and we will remove that. This by right should be flipped in so that the roof is smooth, but we'll deal with that as we go now instead of me cracking this to put it, I guess I can crack it to put it back down, why not? And then you bring all that up and just tab it back in. Again, I'm doing it sort of rough there because we're taking this guy apart. Anyway, so transformation, again. We will bring these down, they're on black armatures in here, and we can bring them right up to the side and open the arms all the way out. And I guess if you want, you can even like angle them down like that. Next, you do want to kind of crack the body here because you're going to want to deal with that. And I guess you can even open the door wings up and get them sort of up and out of the way right now. And angle it up and angle it up. This is kind of what you got right now. Turn. That's so it's up like that. That's what you kind of got right now. Next, you want to begin to pull this forward a bit, but you're not going to want to pull it back or pull forward all the way. You take this piece out. It's on the back, and this is going to end up angling down. But before you do that, pull these blue cannon sections up over the shoulders. Now fold the, I guess, the center of the hood down and just leave it there for now. Just leave it sort of free-flowing for now. We'll deal with that in just a little bit. You come underneath here and the head is tucked well in. You bring the head up through the space that you have now in the hood, and you bring it up all the way through, and it will snap in, which is beautiful. You want to make sure to do that because now you're going to deal with a couple of sections right here, the sections that have his little side mirrors on it. You could leave those out probably, but it's going to throw them off. They're supposed to fold underneath. Now, don't pull them by the soft rubber side mirror. You're probably going to break it that way. Instead, try and get your nail or tool in around the little piece to bend it in. Nail or tool in around that little piece to bend it in. And these are going to go up and under. You had to bring the head up because there's a couple of little grooves here. And this is on a little black hinge. These pieces are on a little black hinge, and they bend on that little black hinge to angle into those slots up under the head. In his, I guess his neck piece we'll call it. And they will basically go in like that. They're basically going to go in and look like that. Now, you can fold this whole piece down and you can, oh, I'm sorry. Now you can actually fold these shoulders back up and fold the whole piece down. Orient the shoulders properly like this. Orient the shoulder properly like this. Now, to have them down all the way, where this is a KO, the back doesn't quite tab in like it should. There's a couple of little tabs here and here that should go into slots here and here, but they don't. The only way that the KO will do it is if this is up a little bit. You know, it's not down all the way like it should be. There's one little tolerance issue, very minor. You can also take these door pieces and angle them back if you're so inclined and want them, you know, kind of fanned back a little bit. That's the upper body done already. It's you know, like I said, it's pretty smooth and intuitive. Everything feels great on it, to be honest with you. Now we're going to do the lower body. And for the lower body, you need to take these center blue pieces and pull them out. These are going to end up being the inside of his feet. You can also open up that little black piece and open up this little black piece, because they're going to become heel spurs. Split the legs and come to the side. And when you come to the side, you want to put your nail in by the edge. I'm saying your nail if you have nails, otherwise you're going to need some sort of a tool. And you split this. You're going to kind of hinge this out. It's on a weird little hinge there, but you do hinge it out. And you fold the whole piece down. You do the same on this side. You get it off and you wiggle it out and you bring it down. And I'm going to tell you now, wiggling that out, not a problem at all. It wiggles out beautifully. Next, and I'll see if I can show it right here, you need to basically extend this piece from the leg. So you bring the knee all the way forward and then you bring it down. There's a black hinge joint in right here. That black hinge joint is what goes up into the knee. It's actually pretty tight. It feels really nice. You angle his feet and you push them in and you push them in. If these blue tabs on the back haven't already pushed their way out, then push them out. And you swing that up and you swing that up to give the inside of the foot. And last but not least, you swivel him at the waist. And lo and behold, when you are finished, you have a pretty, oh, I'm sorry, you also need to angle that little glass piece down, angle that little window down, and lo and behold, in the end, when you're done, you have an absolutely fantastic looking Bluestreak figure. What can I say? The posability, playability, you know, the head is on a ball joint, goes left and right, up and down a little bit. This ball joint is slightly loose, I guess. Again, maybe where it's a KO. The shoulders can go forward and back. They can go way, way up. There's a hinge at the elbow. Actually, it's kind of a double hinge because of transformation. Now, I don't feel like his shoulders tab in particularly great, to be honest with you. I feel like they flail around a little bit. I don't know if that's better on the, you know, actual version. and it's just a little bit of an issue here with the KO or what. But either way, I still think it's, you know, still pretty fantastic. Still really strong entry in the Transformers line, even if this is a KO. The wrist swivel, bicep swivel, the fingers are pinned at the first knuckle. There's a beautiful waist swivel. The legs can go out about that far. They can go back about that far. The side skirts move up so he can get, you know, way out to the side. Way out to the side. You bring those down, bring the hip skirts back down. Knee to 90 degrees. Ankle forward and back and to the side. I got that up a bit. They go forward and back a little bit to the side. The guy, you know, he stands like a champion. He really does. Now, these two blue cannon pieces up here, they can just be left like that, and when they are left like that, they're called electro bolt. Electro bolt shooters? I don't know. I have no idea. Or you can take these pieces and they just slide on over those, to be honest with you, and just snap in like that. And this one slides on over and snaps in like that. And when you put those on, it becomes a cloud buster, whatever a cloud buster is. I don't know. But this is the way that I would expect them to look with these on his shoulders. Next, you take his, I guess his main blaster, the little blue piece here. You flip that up and it shows you the handle. You open up the hand and there's a little slot in the palm and little tabs on either side of the handle of this thing. And you basically need to bring it in and make sure that one of them tabs goes into the slot in the hand, and then you can wrap the fingers around, and he holds it actually quite securely. I'm a big fan. I really am a big fan of that method of I guess securing his blaster in his hand. You can get very dynamic poses. The transformation is smooth, it's intuitive, it's fun. It takes a little while, but everything moves nicely, even though this guy has a couple of tolerance issues. But I got to imagine that the actual one is just like butter. I'm going to give his transformation, honestly, I'm giving that a 9.5. It's pretty great. Overall, this guy is easily a 9 to a 9.5. Absolutely fantastic figure. Now, I mentioned his size. You know, here he is basically next to a Voyager. It's slightly smaller than a Voyager, but more in that scale, certainly. And here he is with the deluxe class Prowl. You know, it's obviously he's bigger and more articulated than Prowl. Although that being said, I love the classic rendition of Prowl personally. But you know, obviously it is a little bit stylized. This thing is pretty much perfect. Anyway, this is my first look at a Masterpiece-ish figure. I appreciate Andrew for letting me have a look at this guy. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And I gotta say, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed him. If you're looking for a quick little transformation, this is not the guy for you. These are definitely more involved. But if you're looking for a nice smooth transformation, this guy is pretty fantastic. Certainly for collectors. Lot of little bits for kids, so I would probably stick to you know, this for collectors. That being said, I doubt anybody's going to spend that kind of money on you know, something that their kid could break. They're probably going to stick with the main line anyway. So like I said, he's a 9. He's pretty fantastic. I am, color me impressed. Overall, I guess the only thing left to say is thank you very much for dropping by, and as always, I look forward to the next time that you and I get together right here for another visit inside the video.